Hello everyone, I am Subhaish Abdi and you are watching Shamish Learning. In today's tutorial, we will be learning how to draft a perfect princess dart. I will guide you through all the steps to create this dart, which is essential for adding a beautiful shape to your garment. So let's get started. To begin, we will first mark key points on the bodies. Starting from the shoulder, we will mark at 7 inches for the upper bust, 10 inches for the bust, 13 inches for the lower bust, and 15 inches for the waistline. Next, take the shoulder measurement. In this case, it's 14 inches. So we will mark half of that, which is 7 inches, on the shoulder line and upper bust line. And after that, we will connect both the point using vertical line. Now I will lower my shoulder by 0.5 inches, and for the neck width mark 3 inches and connect the neck point to the shoulder drop. To form the armhole, we will take the armhole measurement, divide it in half and then move 1 inches inward. Here I have got 6.5. Now I will divide it by 2 and whatever I have, I'm going to mark it. After that, I have marked 1 inches inward. This is for front. When you will mark it for the back, you have to take 0.5 inward instead of 1. Now on the upper bust line, we will mark the bust measurement. Divide the bust size by 4. In my case, bust size is 34 inches and 34 inches divided by 4 is equal to 8.5 inches. Then add 0.5 inches for the dart, making it 9 inches in total. So on the waistline, divide the waist size by 4. For 28 inches waist, 28 divided by 4, we will get 7 inches. Then add 2 inches extra for the dart. Now here I am connecting the point on the upper bust and waist using a straight line. After that, I have add seam allowance. 1 inches I have taken for the seam allowance, and it's totally up to you. If you want 1.5 inches or 2 inches, you can. Now I use my French curve to shape the armhole. You can buy this tool from Amazon. All the tools and materials I have used are linked in the description below, so Make sure to check them out if you want to buy them. So I'm going to add the shape touching my 3 points, that is upper bust, shoulder drop, and that 1 inches we have taken inward. On the bust line, under bust line and waistline, mark 3.5 inches for the bust separation, which is 7 inches divided by 2. Draw a vertical line connecting these 3 points. And for the waist dart, mark 0.5 inches to the left and 1.5 inches to the right of the bust separation line at the waist. Repeat the same marking on the underbust line and connect the point to form the dart. Next, we will check the dart height. Measure the height of the dart you marked on the waistline, which is 2 inches, and mark the same height on the upper bust line, making sure it touches the armhole curve. Mark 2 inches height on the armhole as well, and draw a slant line to connect the point to the bust separation point on bust line. Next, mark 0.5 inches on both left and right side of the slant line and connect these points back to the bust line to complete the dart. Once all the lines are marked, use a French curve to smooth out the shapes as needed. After giving the dart its shape and erasing extra lines, we will measure the length of both sides of the dart. It's important to ensure that the lengths are equal. If one side is shorter, we will increase it by the difference to match the other line. This adjustment is actually crucial to prevent any fabric shortage while sewing. Once the lengths are equal, we will smooth out the shape using a French curve to ensure a clean, professional finish. After the adjustment, I have add the shape using my French curve, and here now I am cutting my pattern of princess dart. Now here for the back, starting from the shoulder, we will mark at 7 inches for the upper bust, 10 inches for the bust, and 15 inches for the waistline. We are not required to mark 13 inches for the under bust, so we are skipping it. Next, same we will repeat the measurement which I have taken earlier for the front piece. Take the shoulder measurement, and in my case it is 14 inches, so we will mark half of that, which is 7 inches on the shoulder line and upper bust line. Connect both the points. Here again for the neck width, mark 3 inches and lower the shoulder by 0.5 inches and connect the neck point to the shoulder drop. So for my armhole length, I have measured the length and divide it into half. Then for the back here, I have moved 0.5 inches inward. For front piece, we have to go 1 inches inward, and for back piece, we have to move 0.5 inches inward. Next, we will measure the upper bust. In this case, the bust size is 34 inches, so we divided the 34 inches by 4, which gives us 8.5 inches. I have marked 8.5 inches on the upper bust line, and for the waistline, divide 28 inches by 4. Which gives us 7 inches, and then add 1 inches for the dart, making it 8 inches in total. Now we will mark 3.5 inches for the bust separation on both the bust line and the waistline. Then using a ruler, connect these points with a straight line. Then for the waist dart, mark 0.5 inches both sides, left and right, of the bust separation line at the waistline to create the dart. After that, connect the marking on the waistline and upper bust line, and don't forget to add 1 inches seam allowance as we have added to the front part. Finally, we will use a French curve to shape the armhole, and just like that, the back drafting is completed. Now we can go ahead and cut the pattern. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you found this step-by-step guide on drafting the princess dart helpful. If you have any questions or want more tips, feel free to drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Shamish Learning for more fashion design tutorials and pattern making videos. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.